Alright, started playing Pokemon Showdown because I was watching that Lumio City 50K tournament, 50K subscriber tournament that they had last Saturday night. It's the week after. But, 'cause, what does an engineering nerd have to do on Saturday nights? So I started playing that, and I made a team based on the current team I have on my X version. And that was just a bunch of ragtag stuff that I got off of Wonder Trade that seemed to have good IVs, like four, 3 or 4 max, and a couple things. So I just EV trained them up, not perfect, but that way I have a competitive team. So I put them on Showdown to see if they'd work together, just to test it out a bit, and they kind of do. I have some major holes, but they get the job done for the most part. Uh, First off, I got my lead, my typical lead, Galvantula. Got him with the air balloon so earthquakes don't hit him. And you'd be amazed how many people don't notice the air balloon and still go earthquake. So even though it says, so I think that's cool. I got Electro Ball on him because he's fast, and so that kind of comes in handy a lot. And that's his really only powerful special move besides Bug Buzz. And then Volt Switch is great. I love Volt Switch. Sticky Web, I'm trying to use it more. My initial reaction is to just want to start off every battle, Volt Switch, and get out of there. But sometimes when I don't see a threat in the leadoff, the opposing leadoff, I'll stay in for a Sticky Web, even though I should kind of always stay in for a Sticky Web. But I'm getting used to it. And then I got my Azumarill, which I named Terriermon. I made him shiny. Mine isn't shiny, although I did get a shiny Azurill from Wonder Trade, which was awesome, but I still need to train him up. And I got the leftovers on him, which is good. I got the Play Rough, Waterfall, Aqua Jet for priority, and the knockoff. The knockoff is imperative. I love the knockoff. That's great. I use that way too much. But wait, I gotta change this because I have him at special attack when all these are physical. I am dumb. I will change that, so that's good. Good thing I noticed that. That would explain why he's been sucking lately. And I got this Chandelure, which is great. I love Chandelures. They look awesome. But got the life orb on him, so everything is just out of the world. He's got really just straight up set. I got psychic on him. I got flamethrower instead of like fire blast or something, because or overheat. Overheat is the other common thing on the Chandelure. I don't like that because it misses a lot and you get the special attack drop. Flamethrower, you know what you're getting when you flamethrower. That's all I'm interested in. Energy ball is great because then I can stay in on a water type or a rock type and slap them with that. They don't expect it very much. The shadow ball is great, and I love that too. That's a good strong stab move. All right, on to part two. We got my Mamoswine straight out of Sinnoh. This my buddy gave me one of those like way back a couple years ago, and he max IV'd it and everything. So I actually have this exact one on my X version, so I just popped it over here. I changed a move. He has superpower in my X on X, and in this I gave him Rock Slide because I thought that would be a little more intimidating. But same EVs, everything. I think he has Snow Cloak on X, which is kind of meh, but it'll come in handy if Hail's up. Next, I got the Scrafty. Now, this Scrafty, I like this Scrafty. It's basic, but this was just straight from Wonder Trade somebody gave me. Same, I kept all the egg moves he had on it. So, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Drain Punch. That's great. Nobody expects that. Well, I'm sure they expect it, but it's like I can just pop in, hit him with a Fire Punch, and he's dead. Then I get the Moxie boost, and then whatever. And even if I get hit with something that I know is going to be super effective, I got the focus sash, so I'll live. And then I go for the drain punch, get the HP back. So once I stay in with that, once I kill something and I stay in, that late second crafty sweep is possible. Very unlikely, but that's how I plan it. Now, this Dragonite, or D-Money as I call him, is he's a little different. I don't know how much I like him. I got the assault vest on him. He's got multi-scale, and on my team, he's got inner focus, which not the greatest, but hey, he can't flinch. I got Earthquake. That's the same. Dragon Dance, same. Thunderbolt. I don't think I can use Dragon Dance in here on Showdown because it's not. It's illegal in OU or something. I don't know. It just shades it. But anyways, and the outrage. So I mean, I like the moves. Usually, I just come into him and outrage, but then I don't like to go in because then I'm locked into outrage and I wind up dying immediately. So I usually try and keep him to last, but we'll see. Okay, I got a battle coming here, and this is kind of an imposing team, but I do my typical Galvantula lead off against a Scolipede. I don't feel too worried. I figure he's got the speed boost. So I'd get the web up, which I think is smart. But he's staying in there and just protect stalling till he can outspeed me, which is smart to a degree. But he doesn't really do anything with it. Then he baton passes out of there into the Landorus. So the Landorus has all the boosts, while I volt switch because he knew I was going to volt switch, so the volt switch prevents him. So I get out of there and go to my Azumarill, and I waste my Azumarill, taking that Earthquake at +2 attack, so no surprise there. Hop back out to the Mamoswine, thinking I can outspeed and get the Ice Shard off, which would be nice. I do outspeed, yeah. And I get him out like I thought I would, which is fantastic. And at this point, I'm thinking what he would go into, and I'm thinking he'd go back out into the Scolipede and try and do the same thing and get me to just get tired and locked into something, and then he'd baton pass out of it again. So I'm thinking, and I just want to stay in. I need to get the rocks up still. So I have the web down, so that's a plus. But with all this switching, and I know he's going to baton pass a lot, so getting the rocks up would be imperative. So I think I go for one Earthquake. And he's Swords Dancing, yep. And then at this point I see, okay, even if he just like sits in and gets the lefties, I don't have to worry about it. So I give him another Earthquake. Then I think I just say screw it and get another Earthquake off. Yeah, and then this Earthquake almost takes does a little over half to the Azumarill. And then I'm like, screw it, just get the rocks up because I know he's going to switch out again. I live the power-up punch, and he takes the Rocky Helmet damage. And the plus 2.5 attack isn't going to do anything because I outspeed him, so that's a dead Azumarill. So we both have a dead Azumarill. I'm up 1 on him. But this Mamo's taking a lot. He gets hit with the rocks like I wanted, and the minus the speed. This Earthquake's going to take him out no problem. Except he's going to protect stall till he can attempt to outspeed me and heal up a bit. It's kind of a pain, but protect can only work so many times in a row because you lose the chance, so that's what I was kind of banking on. He goes into the Latias. See, I was worried about this Latias. I was really worried about this Latias because I knew he just had it sitting there. But he goes for the defog instead of killing me. So I'm okay with that. None of my rocks are up. The web is gone. But all he's got left is the Charizard and the Aegislash. So the web wasn't going to help the Charizard anyways. So I take this time. I think I just Earthquake, yeah. I keep forgetting about these things. Sometimes I instinctively think they have a Levitate, which sucks. But he takes out the Mamoswine and takes Rocky Helmet damage. Gets a little back with the leftovers. So I'm okay with that. I go back out to the Galvantula because I just want to get rid of this guy. And the Electro Ball I know will do 10%. I'm not really worried about that at all. I'm thinking I should want to keep the Galvantula for the Charizard because Y is a lot more popular than X, and I know he's gonna have Charizard X. I'm pretty positive he's gonna have Charizard X at this Y at this point. He's gonna have Y at this point. So I just kind of assume, and then I was gonna stay in and go for the Volt Switch and get out of there. And the Volt Switch would at least do something, and then I could go into uh, Scrafty and hit him with a Thunder Punch, because that would do something at least. So that's my thinking at this point. So I get into the Volt Switch, and then he goes Charizard X, and I did not see that coming at all. Still go out to the Scrafty. Scrafty can take an Earthquake, no problem, so I'm not worried about that. Since he's Dragon, I hit him with the Ice too late because he Flare Blitzes me. At this point, I'm just kind of stalling because I know the Dragonite would sweep it. It would take it out, no problem. So I'm just kind of waiting and see if I can kind of coax him into doing a couple more recoil type moves like Flare Blitz. I just want him to Flare Blitz me again so he can take some recoil. He doesn't on the Chandelure. I take an Earthquake. Ugh. Oh well. I get the Electro Ball off. That does some damage. Flare Blitz takes Galvantula out, no problem. And he gets the recoil damage like I wanted. At this point, I come in with the Dragonite, hit him with the Outrage, and it's a done deal. I live the Dragon Claw, which is good. I was worried about that, but still, I got it.